After so many years of being MIA, Regina King was in the biopic of Shirley Chisholm, the first Black woman to serve in Congress. And from her performance, we could see that she clearly still got it. But what really made her sort of disappear from the industry?
When it comes to depression, that people expect it to look a certain way, and they expect it to look heavy.
Well, for starters, the death of her son Ian, who unalived himself, was a huge blow to her life and her career.
I know that I share this grief with everyone, but no one else is Ian's mom, you know? Only me. And so it's mine. And the sadness will never go away. It'll always be with me. And I think I saw somewhere the sadness is a reminder of how much he means to me, you know?
Happy sorrow is what my mother used to call it.
Happy sorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, Regina's been back on the screens a few times in the last few months doing interviews, but you can literally still see the pain, but also the strength she bears from losing her son.
Well, it's very good to see you.
It's good to see you.
How are you doing right now?
Right now, I'm good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I know you've been through a lot the last year.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to Regina, her talent is obviously unmatched. And we even had someone like Nia Long say that when she first started acting, Regina was among the OGs who were always considered for the same roles as people like herself, Halle Berry and Jasmine Gosh.
When I started really working as an actress, there were about 4 of us. Jada Pinkett Smith, Halle Berry, Regina King, and Jasmine Guy. But the women that I was in constant competition with, mostly it was me and Jada.
Regina has actually bagged some of the top coveted awards in the industry. Like in 2019, she won her first Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance as Sharon Rivers in If Beale Street Could Talk. And she also won a Golden Globe for this role. In addition to this, Regina also has 3 Emmy Awards for her work on the drama American Crime and the television miniseries 7 Seconds. And these are just some of her awards, because she's actually been able to snag so many other awards in the course of her career.
Thank you. This is amazing. I want to curse right now.
However, if you have been following Regina, you probably know that one thing that changed her was the death of her son Ian, who actually unalived himself. I mean, Ian was everything to this mom, and most of the time he was actually Regina's date during award shows.
My son Ian. The fact that I get to share this night with you, the best date in the house. Oh man, you make being a mother my greatest accomplishment. I love you. Cheers.
And when I say that they were together everywhere, I mean everywhere.
Now, Regina, your son Ian has been out with you. Here he is here on the awards circuit. What's he like to go to award shows with? Is he protective of you? Is he fun at these award shows?
He is so much fun. He is so much fun, and he has been protective of me all of his life.
These two were so close that they even had matching tattoos on their forearms reading Unconditional Love in Aramaic, which they learned while studying Kabbalah together.
We were taking Kabbalah classes, and he said, well, let's choose 3 each and not tell each other which ones they are, and whichever one that's matching, that's the one we're gonna get a tattoo. And we both chose Unconditional Love.
That's nice.
So of course, after Ian unalived himself, Regina had a really hard time getting back on her feet because she couldn't understand what happened. And to some extent, she also blamed herself for the death of her son.
Sometimes, you know, it's a lot of guilt comes over me. When a parent loses a child, you still wonder, what could I have done so that wouldn't have happened.
To date, it's not actually clear what caused Ian to take his life, but he had said days before his death that social media, especially Instagram, was very unhealthy for his well-being. In one of his last tweets, he even wrote, "I don't think Instagram is healthy for me." He also used the popular image from SpongeBob SquarePants where the cartoon character is surrounded by tiny clones, cloaked in wild flames, to illustrate exactly how he was feeling to his followers, adding, "You know that episode of SpongeBob where they go inside his brain and it's a bunch of mini SpongeBob just losing their ish? Yeah, That one really hits home. Child, what I can tell you is that the death is one of the things that made Regina go MIA for years. She actually reflected on her son's death a few months ago, and from the sit down, one could easily tell that she's still very much affected by her son's death.
I was so angry with God, you know, that why would that weight be given to Ian?
Regina also said that since her son unalived himself, she has also had time to just sit with Ian's choice, and now she respects and understands that he didn't want to be here anymore. And she acknowledged that it may be a hard thing for other people to receive because they did not live their experience and they did not live Ian's journey.
I know that it's important to me to honor Ian in the totality of who he is, speak about him in the present because he is always with me, and the joy and happiness that he gave all of us.
Okay, other than losing her child, something else that doesn't seem to be working out and may have affected Regina greatly is her love life. Baby, it's been messy in that department as well. So she married Ian Alexander in 1997 before divorcing him in 2007, and based on what Regina wrote in her book, He Never Came Home, interviews, stories, and essays from daughters on life without their fathers, it was hard. She wrote the marriage part was probably the hardest part of it all. And I think any married couple that's remained married, hats off to them because they were able to get over those times when you were growing at different speeds and in different directions and finding a way to bring it back and get back on the same path. That's difficult. Regina's other relationship was with Malcolm Jamal Warner, and unfortunately that one also ended very bitterly. Apparently Regina was totally blindsided and heartbroken after Malcolm called things off because he wasn't feeling it anymore. He actually told Regina and her son who were living with him to move out, and he broke up with Regina on Valentine's Day. She spilled on that when she was asked what her favorite Valentine's gift has been, and Regina told Us Weekly, "That's tough because I don't have one. Someone broke up with me on Valentine's Day. I'm serious." Then he actually sent me flowers that said, "I still love you." And I threw the flowers in the trash, and he was upset that I threw them in the trash. Now, after that breakup, Regina said that she had no desire to start dating again, telling Wendy Williams in 2015 that she was just too busy with work to make it a priority.
You know, I need to do a better job at it. I do. I've been so busy with work, and my girlfriends are like, "Do you think a man's just gonna go knock on the door and like I'm here?" And I think I wish he would. But I have to make that more of a priority.
Well, to Regina, as much as the romance department has been tragic, no amount of heartbreak could ever compare to the one of losing her son.
She's just a super mom, really. Like, she doesn't really let, you know, bad work days or anything come back and ruin the time that we have. So it's really awesome to have a mother that can also love to enjoy. Oh my gosh. I can enjoy spending time with and all that.
And as much as it's been difficult, Regina actually tries to keep Ian's memory alive. Like in January 2023, she recorded a lantern lighting ceremony she participated in for Ian's remembrance, calling him her guiding light, and wrote, "January 19th is Ian's worst day. As we still process his physical absence, we celebrate his presence. We are all in different places on the planet. So is Ian. His spirit is the thread that connects us. Of course, orange is your favorite color. It's the fire and the calm. I see you in everything I breathe." Regardless, above everything else, Regina still believes that being Ian's mom is her favorite thing about herself, and she can't say that with a smile, with tears, with all of the emotions that comes with that if she doesn't respect his journey. In addition, she said that there are moments where she still feels her son's physical presence. Sometimes it'll trigger laughter. Most times, as of recently, it triggers a smile. But sometimes his absence is really loud and triggers sadness. But as far as Regina is concerned, she is a different person now than she was before Ian's death. And she understands now that grief is a journey and it is love that has no place to go. I mean, it's still a journey for her, and we can only hope that she continues to be strong in the journey. And we also hope that she will be gracing the screens more often because her talent is truly unmatched. But meanwhile, let me know what you think of Regina's devastating struggle in the comment section below.